Is up? Welcome to another edition of SacTown Movie Buffs. Once again, I'm Kier, and this is Jason. And today we are back reviewing a brand new film that just came out last week. I'm joking. Actually,
maybe for you.
Yeah, it's a film that I just recently saw, but Jason saw it back in summer of 2018.
September, something like that.
Yeah,
Not 2018.
Yeah, I know. I'm just joking. No, it's been around for a little bit, but I just recently watched it, so I figured we'd do a show on it, and I say without further ado, I say we get right into it. So the show that we're actually going to be reviewing today is actually going to be Werewolves Within. I'll go ahead and take this away since I just saw it like a month ago or maybe a couple weeks ago. I don't remember when, but it was relatively soon. I've seen it in the last few weeks. So obviously, Werewolves Within is a werewolf film, or is it? So it actually takes place in a kind of a small town, and it stars Sam Richardson, who is he's a park ranger. He's some sort of ranger or something of that nature that just moves to the town. Basically, I think it's a park ranger. I don't remember.
Think so. Yeah, I'm pretty sure
something like that, or forest patrol or something of that nature. So he just moves to like this small town. He just gets a new assignment there. And basically, as soon as he gets there, he makes friends with basically a girl or a woman, I should say, that's played by Milana Vanyatrub. She's the girl from the AT&T commercials. That's the only way that I really know her. But she's like the town mailman, and basically they kind of befriend each other. And then soon after he arrives there, people are like starting to show up missing. And then they eventually find like a body that looks like it's been mangled. And they think potentially that there's either a murderer or serial killer or even a werewolf because of the way the body looks and how gruesome it is. And then soon after that, basically all the power generators in the town are basically destroyed by something or someone. And basically everyone in the town, basically there's like a flood or a storm. They all kind of rush to like this main like hotel. And they find out they basically are going to be stuck there, and that one of them is potentially either a murderer or a werewolf, and you're going to have to watch the movie to figure that part out. And that's kind of the nutshell of the film. So it mixes horror and comedy because it's not like a straight up horror film, but there are a lot of horror elements to it, and there's a lot of twists and turns. And obviously, if you look at the poster here, there's a lot of different characters that are in this film. So any one of them could be potentially the killer. And then, it's kind of like one of those, like a Whodunit or like a Clue kind of thing, where like they're all kind of trapped or stuck for at least a brief moment of the movie or a good portion of the movie inside like this hotel or bed and breakfast or whatever it is. And they all know that one of them potentially could be a killer. So it's got a lot of humor. It's got a lot of interesting characters. It's really the kind of film that, going into it, I didn't know specifically, who was the killer or who was the murderer. I will say, and I'm usually pretty good about this, I kind of did figure it out at some particular point during the film. I don't know, maybe about halfway through. I kind of had an idea of who it might have been, so I'm always glad that I figured that out and I was right. But in a nutshell, I really enjoyed it. I thought it was a really, really good, fun film. It's been a while since I've enjoyed like a really good werewolf film, or supposedly werewolf film. It's been quite some time since I've seen a good one, and this one was great. I really, really, really enjoyed it. I know you really liked the one that came out last year. It was almost kind of similar, actually. What was that one called? It came out. It was set like around Christmas or something.
Wolf of Snow Hollow.
Yeah, that one. Yeah. So I know you really enjoyed that one. I didn't care for that one as much as you did. I personally preferred this one, but they both were in that same similar kind of tone where it was like there was like murders happening. That one maybe was a little more serious. It had a little bit of humor to it, but this one definitely is more, but mixes comedy and humor a little bit more. But they're both in that same similar tone where they know. As most werewolf movies probably are, or films of that nature, they know someone in the town is probably the culprit of the crimes, and then also in both those films it was kind of like you question whether it really is a werewolf or it's a person or whatever case may be. So both those things that kind of shared similarity because you don't really see what's killing the people in both of those films for quite some time, so you don't really know.
Right.
So
Right.
and
they're both whodunits also,
they're both whodunit.
primarily.
Yeah, and you don't know, like you said, you just don't know because you don't really see anything. You're not seeing like werewolf claws or something of that nature. So you're not really for sure exactly what's killing or attacking people, basically. So
Yeah.
but yeah, in a nutshell, I enjoyed it. I thought it was great. This one I thought was a lot of fun. It's definitely, I love a good movie that has a lot of good twists and turns, and I love a good whodunit if it's done right, anyways. So, and I thought this one was definitely one of those films where you're kind of watching to figure out who the potential killer is, and always, I mean, it gets a little easier once the suspects start turning up dead, of course.
Yeah.
But other than that,
or does it? No, I'm just kidding.
or does it?
Yeah.
Do they stay dead?
Yeah.
But I liked it. I thought it was fun. Definitely one that I not only will be owning, but I technically already do own. I just bought it. It just hasn't arrived yet in the mail. Definitely did enjoy this one quite a bit. Your thoughts, your takes, Jason, on your memory of it from 4 or 5 months ago. So.
Yeah. I think it's September, October. I watched it around there, but I really liked it. You kind of already said this, but it's the way I would describe it, which I think is pretty accurate, is it's Silver Bullet meets Clue. You know what I mean? It's just like, it's really entertaining. I love a good werewolf movie. I love a good murder mystery, and this is, now that I think about it, a lot of werewolf movies are murder mysteries. Like Silver Bullet was a murder mystery.
Yeah, because they're all about trying to figure out, who the person is. I said, with Silver Bullet, the only difference is we know that it was a werewolf. You know what I mean? This one, you don't know specifically what's killing the people because they don't actually show it. And the term, the werewolves, came up. That was just a theory that was thrown out there by one of the people that are in the hotel, basically. So they throw that term out there that it could be a werewolf because of the way that it's killing and because of the the cut marks that they're seeing like on the bodies and on the generators that were destroyed. So that would lead people to believe that maybe it's a werewolf, but you also, the bodies could have been mangled by some other form as well. So you don't quite know exactly what it is. So
But yeah, I enjoyed it a lot. It's got a really good ensemble cast. I really like Sam Richardson. I think I'm glad that he's getting some lead roles now, which is good because I think he's a really entertaining actor. But the whole ensemble just gels really well.
Because they got a lot of different characters that are really wacky and crazy, which I didn't mention because it is a part comedy. But there's like a doctor that's like super crazy. There's like doing the testing on the bodies and things of that nature. She's like really wacky. There's a couple in there that there's actually two sets of couples that are really crazy. That just say like off-collar stuff. So it's got some really interesting characters. And I think that's what really makes the film. Is that everybody in that town is a little weird. And so I think that's what makes it kind of fun because there's not really a normal character in that whole town. They're all a little quirky. They're all a little off, just in different ways. So
and it's just kind of like it's one of those movies. It's just like easy viewing. You know what I mean? It's just like. It's the kind of movie that you can put on when you can't really figure out what else to watch because it's just going to be a fun time. No heavy lifting. And I will say I did not guess who the culprit was. But I will say when it's made obvious, when it's made clear who the culprit is, I just didn't love the twist, I guess you could say. Like, it's always kind of, the lead up is almost always better than the payoff in these kind of movies. So that kind of thing usually will sort itself out. I haven't watched it a second time, but usually once I know the twist is coming, then it's not kind of a letdown. I wouldn't say it was a letdown. It was just like, I kind of just wish it hadn't gone that way personally, without saying anything. But
so I kind of had an idea and kind of was guessing on it, and I ended up being right. But I was kind of also partially was hoping that it wasn't what I thought it was going to be. You know what I mean? So I think I kind of because. And without going into spoilers, of course, I was kind of hoping that something else was going to happen. That's all. So, but it's one of those things. So.
But otherwise, I really enjoyed it. you know. And like I said, if I watch it a second time, I may, you know, you sometimes a twist that kind of bummed me out the first time doesn't bother me the second time because I'm expecting it and I already know it's there, and then I see it as part of the whole, you know. So we'll see. But in any case, it's a really entertaining movie.
Awesome. Cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, overall grade and face you would give this one.
I give it a solid B plus, which is a 4 out of 5. So that's a, you know, nice big smile. So I enjoyed it a lot.
Cool. Yeah, I had to think on this one, and I'm actually going with the same grade as you. I'm actually going with a 4 out of 5. So that's
oh my God, it's your highest rating.
Hey, I did give 2 movies 4.5 this year.
oh my God. You're losing it. You're losing that hard edge, Kier.
I keep saying this year, but we're talking about 2021. So
of course, yeah.
We're only like 11 days into the new year, so I know I don't want to get corrected, but yeah, I gave it 4 out of 5. I really enjoyed it. So I think it's pretty obvious this will be in my top 10 at this point. So, because there's probably only like 6 films that I gave 4 out of 4 stars or higher. So this is clearly a top 10 film for me. So I really enjoyed it. So this one gets a big old smile with a little bit open mouth, you know, just a big old, you know, because I really enjoyed it. I thought it was a lot of fun. So yeah, so just a really good film. Looking forward to seeing it again the second time for free this time. I've actually been wanting to watch it. It was at theaters very long. You know, it didn't play very long, and then it just wasn't a huge hit for whatever reason. I don't know if the timing or whatever, but
yeah.
Because when I went to go, because I remember you had reviewed it, and then I had heard about it, and then I went to go see it. I wanted to see it, and I couldn't find it playing anywhere that was close, anyways, in Sacramento. Anyways, I could have went to like San Francisco or something, but I wasn't trying to see it that badly. And then it was like streaming for like $20 for forever. So so they probably dropped the price down to like $5.99 or something once it came out on Blu-ray, and then I finally could see it. So
yeah.
So that's how it goes, man. That's how the story goes. So,
yep. At least you saw it.
I did, and I'm glad I did because now it's in my top 10. So
cool.
Cool. Well, cool. Well, let us know down in the comments. Have you seen Werewolves Within? Did you like it? Did you not like it? As always, if you like the channel, we ask that you like, subscribe. Make sure you hit that bell notification, and we'll be back again with another show for you guys again real soon. We thank you for watching. Hope you have a great day. Bye.
Bye.